Hey everyone, TimesArms here, and I'm bringing you a Destiny multiplayer video. Now, this video is just supposed to be about what I'm doing, an update a little bit, and I'm gonna try to stay away from updates because I've been making a lot of updates recently. But yeah, try to stay away from them, but this is just gonna be another one. And yeah, I implore you guys to stick through the commentary, because if my sultry, soothing voice is not enough to entertain you, then I think the gameplay would. I think the gameplay was actually pretty good. I got this on the 19th, October 19th, and I've tried this commentary 3 times before. So yeah, if I'm a little flustered, I'm sure I'm going to forget something that was a really great point in the first 2 takes in this take, but here we go. So what is the purpose of this video? A little bit of an update about what I've been doing, why I haven't uploaded in such a long time. I believe the last time I uploaded was last week. Over 7 days ago now, The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 3, In Harm's Way. And the reason why I haven't uploaded a lot is work. I work in a job, obviously, and something about jobs, especially with my mentality, the typical job that's available to you, it's not rewarding, it's not fulfilling, and it takes up so much of your time, you know? I have such a existentially nihilistic view on things. So I'm trying to overcome things, you know. I'm trying to just get over some certain things, and it's hard to do when you have the mindset that I do. At this job, it's not rewarding at all. You work. I've been working usually around 31 to 36 hours a week, so just a few hours shy of actual full-time 40-hour per week jobs, and so I've been devoting a lot of my time to this job, and that's the thing about jobs, you know. You devote half of your waking hours every week to something you don't want to do, and you have to do again the next day. So you come home from your job, right? And then in just a few short hours, you have to get up and go do it again the next day, something that you don't want to do. And then when you get there, it's repetitive tasks. So whenever I've been coming home, I've just been feeling sort of down and tired, and to be honest, ever since I've started working at this place, I've been in sort of a depressed mode. I've been questioning the meaning of everything, really, and so I've been trying to find myself, so I really haven't had much time for YouTube, but that is all about to change. And why? No, I'm still going to work there. I pretty much have to, but I am going to just suck it up and do things that I want to do. That includes my YouTube channel, and that includes other things like trying to work on my songwriting and singing, if you will, or, I don't know, maybe get into acting, maybe do a little bit of graphic design. All these things that I'm interested in, you know. Study, I am interested in astronomy, and so, I don't know, study astrophysics, or not necessarily in a professional level, but sort of as a curiosity, sort of, I don't know, average citizen level, you know what I mean? I'm interested in a lot of things, so I'm actually going to start focusing more on me, and that benefits you guys because I get to do this YouTube channel thing, which I love, you know? I love putting up gameplay and having people comment and experiencing stuff together, you know? It's really rewarding, it's a really rewarding experience, and I couldn't have had it any other way. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I'll probably keep on saying it, but the thing I envy about popular YouTubers, especially if they make a living off of it, and I'll tell you why I envy that. Not necessarily because of the money, but if they make a living off of YouTube, then they don't have to go outside and devote time to something they don't want to do, like a external job. They can just chill and have as much time as they can to edit videos, you know what I mean? I don't have a lot of time to edit videos, but screw it. I'm gonna make it work somehow. I'm gonna try to get content out on a more consistent basis every week. You know what I mean? It's just something that I need to do to restore my sanity, if you will. I guess my sanity hasn't been gone, but well, you know what I mean, right? I don't know. It's weird. Now, when it comes to actual games, what do I want to do? I've talked about Dead Rising, and I'll be honest with you. I've never finished the first Dead Rising on my own. The other Dead Rising, well, all the Dead Rising 2 DLCs and the actual game and stuff, I finished by myself. But I've never finished the first Dead Rising on my own, and then I've never played Dead Rising 3. So, I don't know. But as the days go by, it's becoming more and more likely that Dead Rising will become a possibility. I mean, I love zombies, you know, and it's zombie mode now. I mean, it's Halloween. I mean, I love the new show Z Nation on Sci-Fi. It's corny. It's not The Walking Dead. And so if you're used to the more serious zombie story that The Walking Dead presents, then you may or may not like it, but I actually like Z Nation for what it is. The Walking Dead, obviously, I love that show. And I'm keeping up with the comics now. So I can't wait till the next issue comes out. What else? Town of the Living Dead on Sci-Fi as well, where they're documenting a town that has been filming a zombie movie for over 6 years. And I think they're still filming. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't seen the show yet, but I've been meaning to check it out. So I love zombies. Dead Rising is becoming more and more likely to be done on my channel. I'm still not fully committing to it yet because I'm still having to figure out how. It's like me just saying YOLO, and I'm sorry I said YOLO there, but for the purpose of my point, it makes sense. Me just saying YOLO, screw my rest time and devoting a ton of time to my hobbies when I get home from work, even though I'm tired. I still have to figure out how I'm going to do that, you know. So Dead Rising is an extensive game for its time period, so I'm not going to get everything in that, and it's gonna take a lot of effort, but it'll be fun. And so hopefully I can get into it, and then when that playthrough comes up, I can go through more extensively my thoughts about society and how I actually think we're mindless zombies to an extent, driven by materialistic goods. We're a byproduct of a lifestyle, you know. So I could go more in depth in that, but you know what I'm trying to say here. What else? Nothing really. I mean, I still have quite a few minutes left, like over 6 minutes left on this playthrough. Or not playthrough, this gameplay. So yeah, I just want you guys to come to my channel and chill, you know. I can go a little bit more in depth into certain aspects of what I touched on in the first 4 minutes or so. I mean, like I've said before, and I've said this many times before, if you're doing what you love to do for a job, kudos, congrats. I mean, there's some people who are like, I've worked at McDonald's for over 20 years and I'm happy. If that is you, cool. That would make my life easier if I were that kind of person that could be happy and content with these low-end jobs, but I'm not that person. I mean, I can, and then again, I'm gonna go in depth again into the Dead Rising playthrough, but I'm not that type of person, you know. And some people might say, "Oh, you're just lazy." You know, I don't view it as lazy. I view it as ambition. I have more. What'd you say? I have a better outlook for myself than sacrificing half of my waking hours every week for such little pay. You know what I mean? I mean, it really is little pay. I don't know how much I keep saying in depth, but how much in depth I want to go into how much I am paid at my job, but just in case people find this somehow. But it's weird, you know. These last 2 weeks, which is it's been an anomaly. These last 2 weeks, I've only gotten 20 hours these last 2 weeks for both of them, but I'm usually getting around 31 to 36. So but even when I get 31, 36, and on the rare occasion that I work 40 hours a week, it's not entirely rare, but around the times that I work 40 hours a week, it's such a little pay, you know. And I'm like, you know, I could be, instead of being miserable, I could improve my life, improve my standards, you know what I mean? It's something that I'm trying to fight, you know. I have to find my place in this world, and finally focusing on things that I want to do, like my drawing, or like my songwriting, or I don't know, in YouTube for my sanity. It'll get me there, you know. My journey is a long one. It's a never-ending one, and so is yours. But well, at least until we meet the inevitable, you know what I mean. But we don't have to go there, those dark places in this video. But until we reach that point, your journey is always, it's ongoing. It's a perpetual thing, so you have to find your way and figure out how you are going to get through, and that's what I'm in the middle of right now. It'll be a tumultuous task indeed. It'll be hard, but I think I'm ready to do it. You know, I'm done. I'm done working for someone else and just being miserable at it. You know, when you answer to someone else, it's always sort of a. You're always going to have a bad time. If you're working for someone else and you're always answering to someone else, you're going to have a bad time. You know, and I've even thought about it. Office jobs. They're pretty much the same thing. What do you have to do to get an office job? You have to go to college. And most of us cannot afford college. So, here's the thing. Since most of us can't afford college, you're paying a fortune just to go to school for a couple years, all to achieve a piece of paper or obtain a piece of paper that finally says you can do something professionally. Think about it. A fortune to obtain a piece of paper that tells you, hey, you can now do this professionally. It baffles me, you know? It baffles my mind. This whole system, this societal structure that we have, whether it be jobs, college, money in general, this whole economy, it actually makes no sense to me and my existential my existentially nihilistic views. I've been trying to combat it, and you know what? I realized I'm not going to change. I realize people aren't going to change, so why should I change? Why should I change to suit others is what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Do you. Be happy. And these kind of jobs forever, and these kind of circumstances forever, they're not going to make me happy. You know, there's people who just say, oh, I don't know how people can stay sometimes 40, 50 years at the same job, you know? Especially if it's a low-end job. I'm like, wow, that is crazy. You sometimes hear stories about people, heck, there are people at my job whom have been there for at least 30 years. Almost 30 years, some of them. It's crazy. I cannot do that at that kind of job. I mean, it's not a rewarding experience. It's really just, I don't know, it's kind of detrimental to your psyche if you stay there for long. And I've only been there for about 5 months, so, and I see my mental state already deteriorating to an extent. Not in a sort of, oh, I'm crazy sort of fashion, but just sort of like, I'm not happy there, you know? I need to do something for me, and this is going to be a part of that. So this gameplay has about, I don't know, I want to say over a minute left. It's winding down, folks. Thank you for sitting through my sort of diatribe here, if you will, or my tangents. I've gone on multiple tangents in my videos, and it's very, I'm thankful for the viewers that I do have. You guys are awesome. Again, you guys help me stay sane, you know? And anyone who may come across this video in the future, thank you for watching, you know? You guys are cool. Hopefully I can get to uploading on a more consistent basis relatively soon. Here are some of the post-game carnage reports and all that stuff. I think this gameplay was good. Didn't I tell you it was good? 25 kills or something? I can't see. My preview screen is all pixelated, so I can't really see. But, yeah, you guys can see well, right? I've rendered this video out 2 times, so thank you all for joining me. See y'all later. Bye.